Jessica from the Boys and Girls Club. For this week's activity, we're just going to be talking about some things that make us special and unique. So to do this activity, you're going to need a piece of paper and something that you can write or draw with. Let's get started. So for this week's activity, we're going to be drawing a butterfly, and in the wings of the butterfly, we're just going to talk about some things that make us special and unique. And so I'm actually going to turn my page this way, just so that I have a little bit more room to draw the butterfly. And you could draw your butterfly kind of however you usually draw butterflies, if you have a way that you usually do it. I'll show you kind of how I draw a butterfly, and if you want to make yours look like that, you can. If you have your own way to do it, you can do that as well. But I'm going to just start by making sure that I have kind of a middle body to my butterfly, and I kind of make it like a really long oval shape. And now that I have my butterfly's body, I'm going to do the wings. So I'm going to have two kind of little wings on each side of my butterfly. One and two. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side of my butterfly. One and two. And so the wings of my butterfly aren't the same size on each side, but that's okay, because that kind of just makes my butterfly extra unique, sort of. I'm also going to just throw on some antenna on my butterfly. And so now that we have our butterfly drawn, in the middle of our butterfly, so on our butterfly's body, we're going to write down our name. So I'm going to write down my name. And so once you've written your name in the middle, on the top left wing, so this wing right here, we're going to write down what I like to do for fun. So we're going to write down what I like to do for fun. And so in this section, you can write down as many things as you want. You could just write down one thing if you want. Maybe if there's like 5 things you like to do for fun, you could write all of those down. And you can write down, honestly, anything that you can think of. For me, I'm gonna write down, I like to read a good book for fun. So I'm gonna just write down, read a good book. If you do just write down one thing, you can leave it like that, or you can decorate the wing if you want. You can kind of just make the butterfly your own and decorate it however you like. In our next wing, we're gonna write down a compliment that someone has given me. So a compliment, just something really nice that someone has said to you. So maybe someone has called you a good friend, or maybe someone has told you they really like your hair. Just anything that someone has said to you that was really nice of them to say and that made you feel really good. So I'm going to write down a compliment someone has given me. And so again, you could write down more than one compliment if you can think of more than one, or if you want to just write down one, you can do that as well. For me, a compliment that someone has given me that's kind of been really specific is that I have nice eyelashes. So I'm going to write down, I have nice eyelashes. So these compliments could be anything. It could be them complimenting you on something you're good at. It could be complimenting maybe something you're wearing, or kind of some of your appearance if they thought something was really nice. Like I said earlier, if you had really nice hair, that could be a compliment they could give you. It could also be something like, oh, you're really good at playing soccer. So any compliments that someone has given you, you can write down. For this section, this one might take a little bit of thinking. It took me a little while to think of something, but for here we're gonna write down one thing that most people don't know about me is. So it's a lot to write for the kind of sentence starter, so I'll write that out just so you could copy it. One thing that most people don't know about me is. And so for me, I know that one thing a lot of people don't know is I like to meditate. So even just for like 5 minutes a day, I just like to take some time to myself and just kind of meditate and relax and just kind of rest my mind. So I'm going to write down that I love to meditate. You might have maybe like other hobbies that you do that people might not know about, or maybe you would have a memory from when you were younger, or even maybe something that's happened over the last few months that you've learned about yourself or that you've done that maybe some of your friends and family don't know about. And so just anything that you can think about that people might not know. And then the last section right here is where we're going to write down 2 words to describe ourselves. So we're going to write 2 words to describe myself. And so for me, I think that I am smart, so that's one word that I would use to describe myself. And another word I would use to describe myself is kind. I think I'm very kind and I'm nice to people that I meet. You might have some of these same words to describe yourself. They might be different, and again, that's perfectly fine. And if you want, if you can think of more than 2, you could always change this number to the number of words that you would write in this section to describe yourself. So maybe there's 4 words that you can think of that you could describe yourself. And if it's 4 words, just change the 2 to 4. If you think of 5 words, change the number to 5. So just write down kind of any words that you think help to describe yourself. And so now that the butterfly is kind of filled in with things that make us unique and special, we can decorate our butterflies. So I'm going to decorate mine, and in a little bit I'll show you what mine looks like. So this is what my finished butterfly looks like. I kind of just colored it in. If you wanted to draw pictures in the wings, that's definitely something you could do. You could even cut out your butterfly if you wanted, so that you kind of didn't have this extra paper around it. It's totally up to you. But when you do finish your butterfly, where you're talking about things that make you special and unique, if you want to share it with the Boys and Girls Club, that would be awesome, because we would just love to see and find out some new things about you that make you special and unique.